You can expect it. There are going to be some long lines again this morning for Disney's Rise of the Resistance, the new Star Wars-themed ride that opened just yesterday, and for the most part is getting rave reviews. We've got our good friend Banks Lee from Attractions Magazine in to talk about it. How many times have you ridden it?
I've only been on one so far.
Okay, and your first assessment, is it, David says it's a 10 out of 10. Would you go along with that?
I would even go as long as say it's 11 out of 10.
Yeah.
It is by far probably the best attraction I've been on in my whole life.
I've tried to watch videos of it online, and I haven't been able to get through the whole thing because it's so long.
Yeah.
It's almost as though they've taken this, you want to wait in the line because the line is now really part of the ride.
Exactly. There is this bit of a queue before that first pre-show, but once you hit that first pre-show, it is the entire experience is what they're calling it. It's not just a ride. You're in a Star Wars story.
You are completely immersed in the story, and it starts from these little moments where you go into a transport ship, and then you're into a holding cell, and they are all tied together before you eventually even get on the ride.
Exactly. It's the whole thing is about 15 to 18 minutes long once you hit that first pre-show. And yeah, you may be kind of waiting in line after the transport, but you're in the Star Destroyer and you're like so immersed in the setting, like you forget that you're still waiting for another pre-show.
And it's got to be fun for the people who are putting you in the places because they're playing Imperial troops or First Order troops, and so they can be a little nasty to you.
They can get in your face and be like, get over there, you rebel sympathizer, and it really that adds more immersion to it.
Yeah. How great are the, because it's hard to tell when you're watching a video, but the holographs and the animatronics, they look like they're even a generation above what they have been.
Yeah, the animatronics are the A1000s that Walt Disney Imagineering have recently made, like with the Shaman of Songs over in Pandora. They are highly advanced. They move so fluidly. They almost look like humans.
I almost wondered if Kylo Ren, the guy who plays Kylo Ren, did the move, because the move looks exactly like him.
Yeah, I would imagine so. They probably did some reference video of the actors as well. And the holograms look perfect in person. They look like they're right there. The blaster fire you see flying through the air, it's insane how they did that.
You actually see a laser blast cross in front of you.
Cross through the air.
And the explosions all happen. Wow.
Yeah, it's so immersive. I keep saying the word immersive, but that's how you describe this thing.
Now, I know you went on a day where it was media day, so you weren't going to experience the huge crowds, but does it move quickly? Is it one of those where, yeah, you're going to be waiting, but there'll be other stuff to see, and it can get people through quickly?
From what I understand via reports from the first day of the ride was opening, they were doing boarding groups. So when the boarding groups, if your number was called, you would maybe wait 15, 20 minutes, and then you'd be right into that first pre-show. So it seemed to be, if the ride was working, it was moving very quickly.
Is it so complex? Because we know it did shut down a little bit yesterday. Is that to be expected because it's so complex, or is that to be expected because, guess what? Every ride in town at some point or another has a glitch.
That's how it always is with the new theme park. Hagrid's had it last year. Pandora had it. All these big technologically advanced rides will go through downtimes through the first month or two. But then they're going to iron them out, and it'll be smooth sailing.
Yeah, we're looking at some of that video. Now, see, these people got off and had to, but they get to come back and go through all of these other experiences that we were just talking about.
They're giving them fast passes to come back later, or even because yesterday they ran out of tickets for the boarding groups. But not every boarding group got called. So at the end of the day, if you were on a boarding group that didn't get to ride, they were giving them fast passes and one-day tickets to come back, like the guest service.
Thanks. I'm sure you guys are writing about this in Attractions Magazine. How can people log on? Where can they go and find all your information?
You can go to attractionsmagazine.com. You can also go to our YouTube channel at Attractions Magazine, and we got so many videos to see for the ride if you don't mind spoilers.
Yeah, I don't. I want to see because it's different when you finally get there. Good to see you, my friend. I'm jealous. I want to go ride this thing.
Get over there.
I'll get out there as soon as I can. All right. Andrea.